All right, let's check out the Derisk mobile app. It used to be an Excel spreadsheet, then it was a Python terminal app. Now it is an iPhone app, easy to use. Let's click it. Boom, launch page. Okay, cool. Now we are ready. We want to start a new trade plan. Let's click that. Let's go ahead and say we have a $100,000 account. You can adjust your risk mode from dollars to percent. Let's say we want to risk 0.5%. Buying power multiple. Let's say we are trading stock XYZ. You can adjust long or short bias. We are long. Now let's say we saw our de-risk break on the chart on the 30-minute chart, which tells us that it is an intraday trade and you will be entering and exiting the same day. If it were a slower time frame, like a one-day chart, as you can see, it adjusts to tell you this is a swing, which means you will be holding for multiple days. If you are in 2 days, you can see swing, and you can see 1 week swing, you can see 1 month swing. Now, when we get back to the 4 hour, based on our strategy, you get a hybrid call. Nothing to worry about. Just can go either way. Now, this one will say we found on the 30-minute intraday. Continue the systems check. Relative volume should be high. Volume should be high. Spread should be low. Volume above average, you can toggle this, yes or no. Check your de-risk volume indicator, and it'll tell you, you'll be able to see if it's above the average or not. All these are inputs that you get from the chart. Put them in, continue to break stop. Now, check the de-risk indicator. Where's your break? Let's just say the break was at $7. Where's your stop? Let's say it's telling you the stop was at $5.50. Here's your risk preview. Risk per share, the amount of shares you should take, very important. That's the amount of shares you should take to stay within your already predefined risk management. Here are your targets calculated for you. So you can take these targets and actually input them on your chart as limit orders and have them sitting ready to go ahead of time, so you don't have to actually press the buttons when the price hits. The order will already be set to execute at that price. Now we're going to continue the summary. Here's your trade summary preview. You have your position preview, count balance, risk, dollar risk, risk per share, shares that you should take, buying power used. Now here's your de-risk validation. This is your systems check. Our volume is good, pass. Volume is good, pass. Spread is good, pass. Volume above average, pass. Risk per share, good, pass. 5 out of 5. Systems, go. Exit allocation preview. This is your conservative, moderate, and aggressive exit approach based on the targets. This will tell you how many shares to sell when the targets are hit. As you can see, conservative is 100% sold at T1. You want to get in and get out. Moderate is 80% at T1, 10% at T2, 10% at T3. Aggressive is 50% at T1, 25% at T2, and 25% at T3. Projected P&L based on those exits right here. Now we're going to confirm the information that we just input. Trade preview. Now, execution fill. This is going to tell you where you entered and where you should be exiting. Plan break, plan stop, targets, plan shares. Now you're going to enter what actually happened. Hopefully you actually entered at 7 because that's where you were supposed to. Hopefully you got 333 shares because that's where you were supposed to. But if you didn't, use a limit order and have those set ahead of time. Maybe use the market order. You can click that too. You can also add a note if you need to. You can also toggle a partial fill if you need to. Here's your live execution review. Here's your actual fill that you just entered, actual shares, your fill versus plans, break even because we got in what we wanted to, the real risk per share, the amount of dollars that you risked, and here are your target P&Ls once again. Confirm execution fill, active trade monitor. At this point, we are fully in the trade. You have a live position, you see your ticker, your actual fill points, remaining shares. Now we're going to talk about what happened when you exited. Now you have to tell it, when did you exit? What happened? Now, manual exit entry mode. You can come here, type in 200 shares at $8. And if we scroll back up, you can see we got 133 shares remaining. That could have been your first random exit. Then let's say you knocked off another 50 shares at $9. Let's scroll back up and see. Oh, we've got 83 shares remaining. Then let's see that we exited those 83 shares, maybe even for a loss because we messed up at $3, right? So that's how you would do that. You would come down and hit the finalized trade summary. But let's go back up. Turn the manual exit entry mode off, which is used to manually enter where you exited and how many shares. We're going to click T1. Automatically, it already knows where T1 is. So if you hit T1 and you had an order set there, you can just click T1. If you hit T2 also, bam. Hit T3, bam. Now, we're going to come down to finalize trade summary, but you see we also have a mark stop hit. That means you hit the stop and it was a loss. It'll calculate that as well. Close all remaining, it'll calculate that as well. Let's go to finalize trade summary. This is what actually happened. This is telling you your actual fills, shares filled, your stop, what happened, targets hit, execution mode was target based because you used T1, T2, and T3, exit outcome, how much you made at each leg, and your final P&L, how much you made, how many shares you sold again, shares left open, total realized, how much you made on that particular trade, what your new account balance is, and how much you increased or decreased your overall account with that particular trade. Completion status, outcome, review. Now we have save to log, where you can actually save a CSV file. We have the archive trade, where you can save a CSV file. Archive trade will be the single trade. Save to log will store all the trades that you've been running in a list. Coolest one is probably the export trade card button. We're going to click that. As you can see, we get a file that pops up, a PNG. We're going to go ahead and save that. Let's save it to files. Let's replace this one. Now let's go ahead and go to files. Derisk trade card XYZ. Let's open that. Boom. And this is what it gave us. XYZ classification as a winner. $876 profit. 37.58% on the trade. As you can see, it gives you a full, complete breakdown and a card of what happened. Completed, exit results, trade setup, final P&L. Good to go. Good to go. And you can share this, save it, do whatever you want. Text it. See what I'm saying? Get it going. Now, let's go back to the program. Back to the calculator. Now that you've already exported your trade card and posted on Instagram, you want to run another calculation. It's very simple. Just go ahead and hit the home screen and start over. Bam. We're back to the beginning. And we're ready. Start a new trade plan. Do it all over again. There you go. 100% trade calculator. Derisk. Always Derisk.